For the past year and a half-ish, I've made sure that I'm making well above even some of the best high interest rate savings accounts that are out there. And that's because the main savings account that I have, which is a digital savings account, is also kind of a lottery. I'll explain how this works in a second, but it's actually not very new of a concept. It's been around at least in America since 2016, and I'm pretty sure abroad since before that. And the technical term really isn't lottery, it's actually prize-linked savings account, because you earn prizes instead of just having a standard interest rate. Kind of cool, something I didn't know but learned while I was researching this video is that these are actually some of the main types of accounts in various Muslim majority nations because it's against their religion to just have a base interest rate, and so this prize-based thing works better for them. So it's pretty cool. So in this video, I basically just want to walk through the savings account called the Yotta savings account. But if we click over into Yotta, I'll be able to show you my history with Yotta as well as all the features that they have, which make it not only a good account because it has a really good savings rate, also it has a lot of the amenities of the big banks with no fees, and even a really cool feature that I just learned about in my research. As we saw when I opened it up, the first thing that you see is the winning number from today, and that's because of how this works. Essentially what happens in this account is every day a number is picked. We can see my top 5 tickets so far. It says down here at the bottom. Ticket 1, I have all of these 7 numbers, and essentially I'm trying to get as many of those 7 numbers as possible picked during the week. And then this last one is the red Yotta ball. I don't really play the lottery, so I don't know what it's called, but it's the last one that gives you extra points. So obviously on that first ticket I didn't win because I didn't have 28. I did have it on the second one, and so now I have 2 out of the first 3 that have been picked. When I exit out of that, we'll get to the main page. We can see what my balance is up here, and we can see down here this week's picks. So far on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it's picked these numbers, and the jackpot, it says, is $10 million. We'll get to why. I mean, that's technically true, but super unrealistic because it's just like a lottery. Currently, I have 227 tickets, and the way that that works out is because for every $25 that I have in this account, I get 1 ticket. So after I get another like 22 cents, I'll actually get another ticket for next week's lottery, and every week I just have an auto pick. I don't have any like picks that I think are super lucky, but it'll pick 227 different tickets, and then it'll pick one of those numbers every single day, and if I match a lot of numbers, I make more money. You can click on this how much can I win to see exactly what this looks like, and we have down at the bottom, if you only get the last ball, the Yotta ball, you get 10 cents on that ticket, not overall on your account, just on that one ticket. So if all my 227 tickets had the same Yotta ball pick, and it got picked, I would earn, what is that, $23-ish? Next, we can see that if I get 3 yellow balls, so any 3 numbers that aren't the last one, I'd win 15 cents. The same thing if I got 1 as well as the last one. And basically all of these amounts up to 75 cents, $7, $10. And then up here, we have these asterisks as well as a Tesla. So if you get 4 numbers plus the Yotta ball, you'll split $2,500 with however many other people get that same thing. That's what that thing is. Large prizes are split if there are multiple winners. If you get 5 of the normal numbers, you get $3,000. If you get 5 plus the Yotta ball, you'll split $10,000. If you get all 6 except for the Yotta, they'll actually give you a Tesla, and I think that actually shipped one out. They did give away a Tesla, and then the grand prize, if you get every single one, you'll get $10 million, which will be split because more than likely, especially if you're auto picking, you're not going to be the only one with that, but I mean, still, you're probably going to be making a lot of money. So on a really simple level, that's exactly how this works, and I'll get into some of the nitty-gritty on this account, but real quick, we can actually look at how much I've won. If we view past results, we can see how much I've won in weeks past. So last week I won 55 cents, not super lucky, but at the same time, if I have $5,600 in here, so 55 cents divided by $5,600 for 1 week, so if we multiply that by 52, I earn 0.5% because we have to multiply it by 100 to get, oh no, did Carissa come back? All right, I'll get back to this. Carissa was on a run. I look over at my van, and that door is open, like wide open. I was like, what the heck is going on? I think she just got back because I didn't even go out that door. But if we multiply that by 100, you'll see that I'm at 0.5%, and 0.5% interest rate is already better than most banks. And on top of that, you earn 0.2% as your base rate. So if I was to get that same 55 cents every single week, I'd be out earning the banks just with that not super great sounding 55 cents, but if we just swipe back, I'm interested to see how far back it is. It's not all great, but we can see that there are times when I make $2.15 in a week. I made $8.35 on August 22nd, and then back here, August 1st, I won $81.49. That was one where I think I split the 4 ball with the Yotta, this $2,500 one, with however many other people, probably 30 other people who won at the same time. But also, that's a pretty good incentive to save because I won $82 just by saving money. And obviously, just like with any lottery that you would go to, or I guess any prize-linked savings account, the more tickets you have, the more opportunity that you have to earn money. There are a couple ways that you can earn additional tickets, not just by saving money. The first way is by using their new crypto buckets. Personally, I don't use it, but you can actually, instead of just having your balance in your normal savings account, add money to a crypto bucket, which essentially puts money into a stable coin in the cryptocurrency market. I'm not super interested in doing that right now. That money is not FDIC insured. That might be something I switch in the future, and if you're a little more risk tolerant than I am, you might go ahead and do that. But the other way that you can do that is by having a referral program. I'm gonna have my link down in the description. Obviously, if you want to go ahead and support my channel, you can sign sign up through my link and then sign up some of your friends and get extra bonus tickets as well. But if you refer friends, you'll get 100 extra tickets in the next week. And the more friends you refer, the more bonus tickets you'll get, as well as more tickets just every single week if you get 6 to 9 or 10 plus referrals. So go ahead and just use my code Anthony181 and make me some money, please. Thank you. On top of that though, if we go down into this middle section here, we can see a couple more cool features of this account. The first one is this wallet. Debit card, you get free purchases with lucky swipes and you earn 10% tickets back. So Yotta, even though it's a savings account, does come with a debit card. It's not linked with the traditional, like you can only withdraw 4 or 6 times like at a traditional bank. You can just use your debit card. I do have the debit card. I've never used it though. I probably should because of something that we'll talk about here soon. But they have 2 cool things linked to your debit card. The first one here is these lucky swipes. You can earn at least 1 in 250 chance to get the item that you just bought for free. Obviously this is just a luck of the draw thing, but it is a cool program that they have. And you also get 10% tickets back. So for every $10 that you spend, you'll end up getting a ticket in the next week's contest, which can help you to earn some more money. This is what I did miss out on, is if you spend $2,000 in your first 4 months, you'll get 1,000 bonus tickets. I didn't end up doing this, even though I maybe should have. And if you have 10 plus referrals, get a metal card, so I guess that's cool. Scrolling down though, this is a really cool feature that I didn't know that they had until I was doing some research for this video. And this is especially good for you if you don't have any credit or any credit cards, and that is the Yotta credit card that they have. Looking at this real quick, you can see that there's no credit check, no interest, and no annual fees. Your balance is your limit, so you can use your credit card and then pay it off, and then they won't deplete your balance. I haven't looked into it too much, honestly, but since there's no interest, my thought is since your balance is your limit, if you don't pay it back, they'll just take all the money out of your account and pay it back, which makes sense, and that's essentially what would happen with a secured credit card, except they don't do that immediately. They do charge interest and charge a lot of fees, so this might be the best secure credit card on the market right now. On top of that, you also get 1 in 100 chance to get the item that you bought for free, similar to the debit card, and then you get 20% tickets back instead of 10% tickets back. So if you need a credit card as well as are looking for a good savings account, you can kind of do both of those with this one account, which I think is a pretty cool deal because you'll have FDIC insurance, you'll have a secure credit card with a lot of extra benefits as well that can potentially earn you money. There is kind of a catch though when it comes to tickets, because this account is set up essentially to incentivize you to save money, because the more time you keep your money in there, the more money that the bank is going to actually make. So because of that, they really don't want you to withdraw any money. If we go over here and we go to withdraw, oh, that's interesting, I didn't even notice this. You got a couple things. We can see that there's a 2 to 3 day withdrawal, and if I just set the amount of $30 here, then it says -1 tickets, as you can see. The ticket that's going to be removed, if we click this, it says if a contest is currently underway, which it is, it's always underway, you will lose your 1 best performing ticket. So I guess the best time to withdraw is Sunday after the contest is concluded, before Monday starts. I'm not gonna withdraw because I want the tickets, but that's just a funny way that they try to keep your money in there. And one thing that I did notice makes sense as well, because this is all about fees and all about the spread that the bank is earning on the interest that they're paying and the interest that they're lending, is if you do instant, you won't lose any tickets in the contest because you're paying that 1.5% fee to have it be instantly changed. So it's a bank. What do you expect? Nothing's ever gonna be perfect. The last couple really cool things on here are my account summary, where we can see what my realized API is, my annual percentage yield, how much money I'm earning on my account. 0.8% is what my APY is last month in February. 0.86 is my realized APY this year. But if we go over into the settings and go into account tax information, we can see a couple things. First off, before we talk about what my APY was last year, which is really good, this isn't technically interest that you're earning, it's prizes. So they're not going to send you a 1099 INT like the rest of your banks will if you earn any interest. Instead, they'll send you a 1099 MISC, but only if you earn over $600. If you earn less than that, you have to report it yourself, which is what I did. You just report it as other income. And we can see that this year so far, I've earned $13.70 in the first 2 months with the $5,000 I have in my account. Already 0.23%, which is better than almost any bank account that you're gonna have over the whole year, and it's only been like 3 months. But last year was a different story. I earned $188.15. I did have a little bit more money in my account during that time. If we go here and look at my summary, I had to take some money out because we had some van troubles. So for the most of that time in 2021, I was around $8,000 maybe. So we'll just say $8,400 is the amount of money that I had that I was earning interest on. So if we go back over here and we see $188.15 divided by $8,400 times 100, you can see I earned 2.24%, essentially 2.25% on my money that was in that bank account. Real quick, as a comparison, I'm just gonna pull up some other bank accounts. We'll go to the best savings accounts for 2022 so far in March, and we can see this is by bank rate, and we'll see what their APYs are, because last year I earned over 2%. Even if I didn't earn that $80 one, it would still be, we'll just divide it by 2 because $80 isn't even half, it'd still be over 1.1%, especially last year when interest rates were so low at banks. So we can see that Marcus right now is at 0.5%, Amex Savings 0.5, Capital One 0.4, I think Ally, which is another bank that I've had right now, is at 0.4, 0.5. So even at that 1.12 or the 2.23%, I am way out earning any of the other ones with all the other benefits that we've already talked about. And there's one last one that made me move pretty much all my money from the other accounts into this one, this buckets feature. We can see my core account, which is essentially my emergency fund savings. Right now it has about 2 months of savings, almost 3. And then we can go to manage and we can see where all the rest of my money is. I have a joint fund account, which is for me and Carissa, just fun money to have that's not profit from our business. A life insurance savings because we pay that annually. Our car fund. So for Carissa and Anthony, these are our own fund money, and essentially having all these buckets allows us to have all of our money in this one account with all the same benefits, earning all of those tickets that could potentially earn all that interest, a base rate of 0.2% no matter what, as well as being able to section it out, not having different accounts like I do, because right now I have so many bank accounts and I really want to consolidate them so that I only have what I need, and this really helps me to do that in just one simple place. So if you're interested in getting started with Yotta, definitely use my code down in the description. You get some extra free tickets, and I would really appreciate that. But if you're just interested in if or why you need an emergency fund, watch this video from a while ago, because I break down why you might or might not need an emergency fund and how much you actually need to be safe.